Hey y'all, welcome back to toya.dtv, toya.dtv. Y'all, oh my gosh, I gotta say these past 2 weeks have been awesome for me. Y'all, make sure y'all take care of mental health. Make sure that you take care of you. Self-care, self-love, that's what I'm about. I love it. Anyway, y'all, let's get into this recap of Married to Medicine, Season 8, Episode 12, Holi Mess. So the first real scene, we see Quad and Anila meeting up for lunch, y'all. And I'm like, I think I can get down with this little duo that's going on here. Quad and Anila, that seems like fun and fun. Fun and fun to me. So I'm with it. So they start talking about, Quad, I'm going to hook you up with an Indian. They're tall and they're big down there. And it's like, Quad had to think on it, like, I don't know, I might take you up on that offer, girl. But then they get down to the nitty gritty. They started talking about Toya. It looks like to me, Anila is hurt because of what Toya did. She was saying how she knew Toya for years before she got on the show. But it seems like when she got on the show, things changed. She couldn't understand why. But Quad did say, well, do you think it was a jealousy thing? Maybe she saw you starting to make your own connections, your own friendships. And Anila was like, you know what? I never thought about that. So that very well could be the case because y'all, if I never seen an episode that proves it so well, Toya lives in denial. Toya lives in denial that she hurt anybody ever. Like she feels like it's always somebody doing something to her, but she's never doing anything to anybody else. And that's just unrealistic. Anila says that, you know what? It's kind of crazy because I started to see that she belittled me. Girl, no. Toya used to straight up treat you like you were one of her kids. And I'm going to pause right here for just a quick second. So I try not to get wrapped into the social media of the shows and all of that, all the behind the scenes. But we saw one video of Toya and Lisa Nicole. They were on live. They were on Toya's live. And Toya lashed out at Lisa Nicole on the live. And Lisa Nicole was just pointing out, this is what people are talking about. You are mean, Toya. In that video, Toya was like, I'm not mean. This is just who I am. Then we saw another video of Toya saying, you know what? I apologize to Lisa Nicole because this is not who I am. I'm confused. Is it who she is or is it not who she is? I don't know. Maybe she put it under the rug for a couple of years. I don't know. So we saw another lunch taking place with Dr. Contessa, Dr. Simone, and Toya. So I was a little shocked to see Contessa and Toya having lunch together. I mean, Simone's there, but it was just a little odd. So apparently Toya and Contessa really putting forth an effort to try to move forward in their friendship. With the big blow up at Quad's house, Toya felt like Contessa supported her in that moment. So they're moving forward on the friendship. And what's happening is Simone and Contessa are both trying to make Toya see what everybody else is seeing. What's going on with you and Anila? Toya hasn't talked to Anila. She doesn't want to call Anila. She feels like Anila is fake. She's not loyal. Just from what I've seen on the past seasons, I really feel like Toya just wants a friend that's going to be a groupie of hers. Contessa and Simone points out, okay, so if you're not going to reach out to Anila, how about you try to reach out to Quad and get things right with Quad? Nope. Toya is tired of trying to mend friendships, relationships with everybody in the group. I'm not sure why Toya is feeling attacked because Toya's been the one doing the attacking. It's very weird. It's very off. It's kind of sad that this is her storyline this year. Dr. Simone is hosting a couple's dinner. So Contessa and Contessa's husband, Toya and Toya's husband. That's it. And she really wanted it to be kind of like an open discussion about marriage. Nothing too hard, nothing too direct. Everything should have been open conversation in third person. So we see Anila at her house and her parents are there. They are going to have a Holi festival, which is a festival of happiness and love. And they're going to also put together her daughter's birthday party at the same time, like the same event. It's a good time to do it. Let's save money, have one event. Anila's mom is like a diva. Like she brought her own blow dryer, her own everything because she didn't know whether Anila had it and she wants her own sheets, her own everything. She ran the idea past her mom. Everything was a go. So she started calling around and inviting people and her mom is like, you invited Toha? So y'all, this is a thing. This is real life. People mispronounce our name every day. It's not that hard. Toya. People call me LaTanya. La Oya, all kinds of stuff. Now she wants to know if she's invited. Well, Anila's not sure. Anila is thinking on, she hasn't talked to me. She hasn't called me, texted me, nothing. I don't know if I want to invite her, but I would love for her to be there. So she's thinking on it. We see Dr. Jackie at her office, and she is about to have a meeting, talk about her skincare line. It's called Volesian. So I saw something on her page the other day, and I was like, what's this? Where did this come from? Like, Jackie's doing skincare? So I'm glad this was in the episode because it gave me a little bit of background. So Jackie is creating a line of skincare for colored women. She feel like we don't put on sunscreen because it leaves us with a white undertone, because it leaves white marks, because it is white. I use sunscreen. I don't care. I'm not gonna burn my skin off just by going to the beach. I use sunscreen. I don't know if everybody would agree with her saying that black people don't use sunscreen. Maybe they don't, but I do. It's good to see she's creating a line for women of color, and that is really good. So at this point, she's on the meeting to figure out what her next steps are. So they have to work on building up the idea, building it out. So that's going to be texture, shade, fragrance, all that stuff. To me, I think that's the fun part of it. What do y'all think? I mean, if you are a viewer and you're black, African American, do you wear sunscreen? Next, we see Dr. Simone at her house, and she's preparing for this couple's dinner, and she has her chef in there. Chef Angie is cooking it up. She got everything looking nice, looking perfect, looking really good. Toya and Eugene are the first to arrive. Y'all, I love to see Cecil mixing up drinks. He seems like he knows what he's doing, and it looks like to me that he does it well. Like, we don't often see him showing properties and all of that, but I feel like Simone should start going with him and give her husband some airtime to make his business boom. It's a concept, but maybe she doesn't have time. I don't know. Somehow they get into a conversation about women always think that men have attitudes, and the women think that men have attitudes, but they won't face the reality of it. Then Toya flips the script and is like, you know what? I think doctors think they should always have the final say. That's when at that point Toya and Cecil had done teamed up, and I can kind of say they were proven to be right in this particular situation, because Toya felt like when you're talking to a doctor, you can't get a word in edgewise. However, when we're talking about Toya and Simone, we know both of them will overtalk you in a heartbeat, because Toya will cut Eugene off in a heartbeat when he's talking, and Simone, her voice is just so high pitched and loud, you can't even function right when her voice is up there and drilling you. So I kind of get it. So we see Contessa and Scott. They arrive, and everybody's just kind of sitting around. Well, actually, when they rung the doorbell, Dr. Scott threw out there, what if this is a swingers party? But for them to then get in the house and repeat it, I thought that was an open invitation. Call me crazy, but that was an open invitation for anyone who may have been interested. We know Contessa would have been down. Scott would have been down. Maybe Toya. I don't know who else would have been down. But so Cecil and Simone in the confessionals, which couple would you choose if you had to do a swinging event? Simone, without hesitation, said Contessa. And Cecil didn't say anything, but I honestly feel like Cecil would have went for Toya. He didn't say that because I guess in that type of situation, you would let your woman speak and that's it, because you may get yourself into something way deeper. Yeah, they think Contessa and Scott know what to do, know how to do. So they all sit down at the table for dinner, and Contessa kind of wants to know why they're all there. Like, what's the premise of the event? What's the premise of us getting together as a couple? Well, Simone lets her know that it can never be too much listening, communication, and problem solving in a marriage. I agree. The first example we had, Toya and Eugene, they kind of shared some of their stories, and Toya said that they were not in a good place before the pandemic, and the pandemic just made it worse. When Toya's used to getting attention and love and affection and wined and dined, it is now the kids are home 24/7, and they need the attention, they need the love and affection, and it just has not been happening. So they've been bickering and arguing in front of the kids. Not a good look, y'all. I know all the time it can't be avoided because you're not predicting that somebody's about to say something that's going to trigger you or make you mad. It's tough. Eugene states that, there's a point in a marriage where you feel like, okay, look, we're a team, but certain things you're saying is really not lining up. I feel like you're not saying these things to make me better. You're saying these things to tear me down. We've seen it. Toya is reckless when it comes down to talking to her husband. I just want the old Toya back. I want the Toya, the fun Toya, and it seems like now she's always turning to the alcohol, which she was doing before, but now it's like we always see it. It could have been there before. We have seen her talk to Eugene reckless so many times, and it's sad. So Eugene says, when your child says, "Mom, leave Dad alone. He's doing the best he can do." When your child says that, that means you've gone too far. You're saying too much and you are all over his back. They need to hire somebody to come sit with the kids, or maybe one of their parents can come sit with the kids while they're in school, because Toya needs to get away. Toya is used to traveling, doing what she wants all day, every day, and the pandemic has snatched it. Somebody pointed out that in the midst of an argument or a conversation, if you don't like what's being said, you can't just walk away. You can't just leave. I beg to differ. If a conversation is happening and you feel yourself really getting to that level that, okay, next move, I'm balling up my fist, next move, I'm about to kill you with my words, it's best to leave. It's best to walk away. I believe in all of that. Because once you spew words out your mouth that you no longer mean, the damage is still there. The pain is still there from what you said before. So I believe in leaving as long as you come back. I believe in taking a moment to de-stress yourself before you say a whole line of stuff that you know is wrong. So then Contessa chimes in and she kind of put it out there. Well, you know what? I get what you're saying, but at the same time, a woman gets to the place of tearing you down when she does not feel valued, when she does not feel like you have her back. And she mentions that Scott has told her that she don't do nothing at all. You don't do squat. And call me crazy, but I kind of see it. Contessa's so wrapped up in work and school and education, and Contessa always has something on her plate. Contessa is a candy. Contessa always has something going on. Always got something going on. Whenever there's a gap in her schedule, she's going to fill it with something. And it's not good. It's not good. Contessa starts tearing up as she's talking about that, and Scott just kind of pats her. He's like, relax. And that fuels Contessa. Relax? No. See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't relax. No. I'm sorry I hurt you. Y'all, the crazy part is they both feel how they feel, but this is a communication issue. And it's their backgrounds and the way they were raised that is coming to play in this. So anyway, Simone tries to kill it and she's toast to moving forward as couples. All right. So then they move to the living room, and it's just, they just kind of woosah for a minute, and then they want to move forward. So what are some things we're going to change? All right. So Scott says that he's going to start romancing Contessa more. He's going to start staying around when the conversations get rough. He's not going to leave. And I think that's a good start. And Contessa says that she's going to stop pressuring him about going to get therapy. And I don't know how to feel about that one, because if you need therapy, you need therapy. But then again, if you're in a marriage where somebody is completely refusing to get therapy and you need it, what is the median on that? Like, okay, so clearly they're willing to talk to friends and be open about what's happening, right? I'm sorry, but if I was a friend, I wouldn't be able to take this. I would not want to be in the middle. I would not want to be the referee when things break out. Sometimes you need a professional opinion and not a opinion of a friend. Sometimes you need a professional opinion because they can get down to the root of what's really going on. Next, we see Anila and her family. They have arrived to the Holi Festival and they are checking out the place. The decorations are there. The elephant is there. The colors are there. Everything is there and set up the way she wants it. She's super excited. We see Toya and Contessa. They are on their way there with their children. And it came out that Anila actually invited Toya in person. Y'all, that was the most respectful thing. I like Anila because of that. You had a beef with somebody. You thought you squashed it, but the vibe is off. So she came there, brought a gift, invited her to the Holi Festival. And she was like, look, I want to be real friends. I don't want to be fake friends. Like, is this good? Like, are we good for real? And Toya was like, yeah, we are. And laughed. Clearly, Toya didn't mean it because they have not been talking and she's still not feeling Anila. But my question would be, why fake it? Why fake it? If you're not feeling it, say you're not feeling it. So Toya starts cussing in front of the kids. Toya's mouth has no filter. So Contessa's trying to cover the kids' ears up. Yeah. Toya is not that friend you want around your kids. So everybody's arriving to the party, y'all. We see Carrie, and at this moment, Carrie and Lisa Nicole are there. Carrie said, "Is that Dr. Jackie and Heavenly, or is that someone that works here?" That kind of struck me wrong, because to me, they had an undertone of racism in it. Whether you meant it as a joke, whatever. Chill out, Carrie. They're all sitting around talking or whatever, and Dr. Heavenly is talking to Anila's mom. She was like, was Anila a virgin when she got married? So y'all, I was tuned in. I wanted to know. I thought her mom was gonna tell some juice, right? So her mom's like, "I don't know." And Dr. Heavenly's like, "I do. She hangs with Toya." She hangs with Toya. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they ain't laying down together. Like, okay. But it was funny, y'all. Heavenly gets on the miniature horse. Well, it looks like a miniature horse to me. She got up there, rode around, got off. So while she was on there, Lisa Nicole's like, "The back of the horse looks like it's dipping in too much." Carrie's over there. "Oh, the horse's legs looks like it's struggling." Carrie got shade, y'all. So then Lisa Nicole get on the horse, and Heavenly goes straight for her. "Is that your stomach?" "Well, I didn't have all these surgeries the way you did." "Well, you need them. You need them." Y'all, it was funny. Y'all would have thought, okay, I don't like body shaming people. I really don't. But it's just kind of funny that it came out. Lisa Nicole started cracking on Heavenly first from what we saw. Well, actually, it was Carrie first. Then it was Lisa Nicole. And then Heavenly just cracked back. They didn't like that. So then somehow they get into it about, "I didn't have all these surgeries, and that's why you in a fake marriage." "Fake marriage? Oh my gosh, I've been married for so-and-so number of years. I didn't have all these surgeries." And Dr. Heavenly's like, "Yeah, you need the surgery. You want to be like me. You want to be like me. Why I want to be like somebody that can't keep a man?" Y'all, they were going off. Lisa Nicole called her a drunk. It was crazy. But Anila, "Stop, you guys. Not at my daughter's event. Not at my daughter's party. We're not doing this, okay?" Y'all, Anila had me crying, laughing, the way she was jumping up and down while she was saying it. It was funny, but they were wrong. They were wrong. So everybody starts eating and calm down or whatever. Quad arrives right when Anila finished yelling at everybody. Dr. Heavenly asked them why they put peppers in the corn, honey. I would have thought it, but I wouldn't have said it, you know? So Toya and Contessa arrive, and Anila's like, "Hey y'all, hey, why are you late?" She asked Toya, "Why are you late to my party?" Toya was like, "Well, how about you say hey first?" Now, in my opinion, before all of this, the way they were friends, Anila could have said, "Why are you late to my party?" Toya would have been like, "Oh girl, we hit traffic, we did this, we did that." But because Toya's not feeling her, that was the response she got. "Girl, just say hey, like whatever, I'm here." They start the holy paint party where they start to throw the colors on each other. Basically, all the colors mean happiness, finance, love, fertility, all kinds of stuff, y'all. The colors is to be swarmed and take up all the negativity and float off into the air and disappear. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. So they're playing, they're running around hitting each other with the colors. Everybody's getting everybody. Y'all, I have watched this so many times, and I think I know who hit Heavenly, but I'm not 100% sure. Y'all, who hit Heavenly in the mouth with the paint? I think it was Quad, because when I kept looking at it, Quad was the only one that had that red color. Quad was like dipping in and running around everybody. So that was funny. Heavenly's getting everybody, but then boom, she got hit in the face. Quad's running around there like a ninja. Nobody knew Quad could run that fast. I love Quad. Quad has so many haters. It's funny to me. But I love to see a black woman doing her thing, carrying herself with class, getting things on her own. She's no longer married. It's still possible. Like, she should be giving vibes at this point. She should truly be giving off motivation, but some people just cannot stand Quad. I don't get it, but it is what it is. So then Anila gets the idea. All right, y'all, we are at the Holy Festival. Let's stand around and hold hands. So she calls out Quad and Toya. Y'all need to get y'all friendship back together because y'all really were cool. And Toya's like, how do you know that? Exactly. How do you know that? Anila, you should have learned the first time from Contessa and Toya to leave things well enough alone. Leave it alone. Nobody needs your help. These are all grown women. These are all their friendships, relationships. If they want them to go south, let them go south. When they're ready to pick it back up, they will pick it back up. Nobody needs your help, dear. And I get it. I think, like, deep down, Anila is like the peacemaker. She wants everybody to be on cool terms, talking terms. I really feel like that's who she is. So just stop trying with these girls. Do it with somebody else. Just stop trying with the girls in these groups. So anyway, they was like, yeah, Holy Festival didn't work for us. It is what it is. So then they started dancing around doing the Indian dances. I gotta say I did like that part. Just seeing her dance around and be in her element with her family, her friends. Holi didn't work on them, and it is what it is. But y'all, in the next episode, Dr. Jackie is going to tag Toya's behind, and I'm here for it. But y'all, am I the only one who feels like Jackie is kind of like a spectator? She comes to the events, but she's not really involved. Like, she's standoffish, and I'm not saying this as an attack on Jackie in any way. I believe this is a part of her personality. But she kind of stands against the wall and just look at people and look at what they have on and look at what they say, how they carry themselves. And that may have been how she was raised. Because when Anila cursed in front of her mom, she's like, you let her say that? And her mom's like, I'll get her when we get home. Clearly, if she didn't say anything, it's okay with her that her daughter curses in front of her. What? But anyway, y'all, that's it. That was all of Married to Medicine episode 12, y'all. Thank you for continuing to support me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for understanding these breaks that I take. It is absolutely necessary. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next video.